Hi everyone, like we haven't been talking for 20 minutes. How you doing?
Hello.
Ahoy, hoy, 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 hoy.
Once again, Chris is not here. He decided to see a movie instead of play D&D.
He went to go see The Green Knight. Which, if you didn't know, is one of the oldest tales known.
A tale as old as time.
Maybe to it.
Beauty and Green Knight.
So, last time on Stormlord's Wake, you defended the town of Weiland from some cult of Talos cultists and elementals. And you managed to save most of some captured civilian and military people that are on the island. Save for one that got squished by one elemental turned into a raging tide of water.
I mean, we tried.
Did you? I don't know. But I think we decided that he wasn't a very good person.
So nothing of value was lost.
And beaten and bruised, but victorious, you return to the settlers' camp to take a long rest. So you can go ahead and take a long rest, everyone.
Hooray!
Good rest. I stretch a lot.
Feeling
you lose your exhaustion, Zyzzyx.
Awesome.
You're able to sleep it off. Right, so, I want you to all make a perception check.
Oh dear.
Oh,
just already?
Already.
Wait, it does.
Is this sight thing?
You are smelling.
Oh, it is smelling. All right.
Yes.
Then I don't get advantage, even though it accidentally rolled advantage. 21.
Let's see. It's not telling me what I get. Oh, 18.
Nat 20.
Lemon and Zorsashi, you are awakened to the delicious smell of bacon.
I'm so jealous.
Oh, that's right, they have pigs here. Oh.
Well, at least for, I don't know if it's delicious, but you definitely wake, to your nose, but you definitely wake up to it.
I'm going to go ahead and get dressed and make sure that I, don't, disrobe and re-robe in front of one of the giant gaping holes in the roof of the building that I assume I'm sitting in.
I think we're
You're probably in one of the carriages.
Okay. I'll go out and follow the smell of bacon.
You guys are right around here. As you walk outside, you see the priest Marigold just sitting in front of a fire with a cooking pan. He has some eggs and bacon and a few links of sausages. He seems to be cooking it.
Wait. I'm still asleep, right?
For now. It's pretty early in the morning, and he goes, "Ah, you're awake. At least a few of you. Good morning, good morning." Oh,
good morning.
Breakfast isn't quite ready. I apologize.
No matter, we have plenty of time to wait. I just have to make my morning tea anyway. I go and do whatever you need to do to make tea. I'm American. I don't drink tea unless it's iced.
Well, I mean,
but are you northern in the sense that iced tea means or sweet tea, or is iced unsweet to you?
I live in a state where sweet tea is the thing, but I prefer it. Tea is iced and cold and has sugar in it.
Okay, so iced tea is sweet tea.
But in character, I am currently making hot water go through dead plants.
Okay.
He goes, yes, I build a pot here. We have tea. We have coffee. Whatever you need.
Oh.
Wherever you need.
No, coffee beans aren't they like a rarity here?
Oh well, people donate to the church.
Well,
You
they
know,
gotta
offering
get them.
offering the donations here.
I totally interpret that as people donate coffee beans to the church.
I kind of said that.
Donate to the Church of Caffeine.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Lathander is the Morning Lord.
No.
And Murook and Zyzzyx with this commotion outside kind of wake up too.
Finally.
I smell bacon.
I smell tea.
Yes.
And the good
Oh, yes,
kind.
help yourself. Let's see. He's like looking around. Mr. Murook, bacon or
Yes,
sausages for you?
Bacon. Always.
Bacon, of course, bacon. He hands you a plate of 2 cracked eggs, like fried eggs, and about 3 slices of bacon. He goes, I apologize, food is a bit scarce at the moment, so this is all I could offer. And Mr. Lyman, how about you?
I couldn't impose. I have some rations. I can.
Oh,
sustain.
I insist. You're the ones that saved us yesterday. It's the least I could do.
He's already cooked it, Lemon. It's either you eat it or it goes to waste anyway.
Waste not or whatnot.
If you insist, then.
You look like a little sausage. At least a sausage man. Hands you a plate.
An awkward statement.
Yeah.
You
So
look like a
Mr.
sausage man.
Zorsashi. Yeah. Mr. Zorsashi, are you content with your tea, or would you like some breakfast as well?
I mean, I'll have breakfast as well. I was waiting for you to finish to cook it while I finished my brewing my tea. Take up a nice little ceremonial-looking cup. This is more ornate than an adventurer would probably have, but it's what I drink out of. Surprise me with whatever you are serving.
I have the feeling that you might be more of an eggs type of person. He gives you an extra helping of eggs.
Well, I'm used to poached eggs.
He's just making a lot of assumptions about all of your taste. And
I can't wait.
Mr. Zyzzyx?
Please, King Zyzzyx. Mr. Zyzzyx is my father.
King
But your
Zyzzyx,
father
I
was-
see.
Why would my father have my first name?
There must have been
No,
some,
his first name is Mister.
must have been some changes in leadership and the Lizardfolk if you're a king, but I took the opportunity to get some
It's bugs. It's bugs, isn't it?
he pulls out like a rabbit from a pouch nearby.
Is it alive?
Oh no, I'm afraid not, but it is not cooked.
Ah. Well, thank you. I just throw the whole thing on the fire to cook it.
Oh. My
And
apologies. I made a awful assumption
Well,
that you would like to eat raw.
I'm a bit more fancy than your typical lizard folk. Your assumption would be correct for most of my kin.
I'll just store it away up here. But eat up. The Morning Lord provides. And what a morning it is. What exciting
That-
day yesterday for so many reasons.
And that rabbit stinks because I didn't like. It's got hair on it and everything. I just threw the whole thing, and it's smelling real bad.
Yeah.
And
Now,
So for
As
those
you
of you
might-
at home, our resident player Bun is mortified by this.
okay, yeah.
Whoops.
That kind of
He's like
scared.
in the corner. He's like, oh god, like they forgot my name's what? Rewind. Pew, 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 pew,
It's okay. I don't like.
Oh,
talk.
weasel.
It was a jackrabbit,
weasel.
not a rabbit.
Oh, it's a jackalope.
it was a hare. A hare is not a rabbit.
No.
It's a wasn't in the Hobbit. It's a rare of conies. So Marigold looks like pleased as he watches you. I assume enjoy your breakfast.
Yep.
It was most filling. I
And
say.
as you're eating, he kind of speaks more. It's like, as you might remember, I'm one of the council members here in Leylon, along with Griselda and Galeo the mage, who resides in the abandoned mage tower.
Oh, if he
And,
resides in it, how is it abandoned?
Well, it was abandoned. It was abandoned until recently.
Oh, fair enough.
It actually won't be a mage tower much longer. They're now that the Lathander shrine is completed, they're moving their resources towards the mage tower, and soon it will become a garrison. Neverwinter, since it was the cause of the town's destruction so many years ago, the Lord of Neverwinter doesn't want such a incident to ever happen again.
I mean, considering what just happened, it's going to be beneficial to yourself as well. To this town.
Yes. Well, I must ask, do you have any knowledge of why we were attacked yesterday?
I believe we found some tattoos that most of my companions seem to be familiar with.
Yep. Cultists of what's the guy's name again?
Talos.
Lightning Bolt McGee.
Talos, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Talos.
It was
Yes,
Talos.
Yes.
Talos, yes. I know a couple of you heard face. Excuse me, I'm sure. I remember hearing that a couple of you actually faced the cult of Talos months ago against your campaign against Cryovane.
Yes, and we we slayed them. Probably
Well,
not too.
They appear to be back in some form.
It's hard to truly kill a cult.
Were these Talos folk necromancers? It seemed they were more in
Who are you
abjuration. Just in general, and as part of the conversation, probably between to my party or anybody else who knows it.
Well, not exactly. I mean, they're more elemental. They're more like
They were summoning and conjuring.
Marigold kind of like speaks up. Sorry, kind of speaks up a little bit and says, "Well, any god can resurrect one, like a person, but necromancy is a very different practice altogether."
Yes. On our way over here, the hours before we got to this wagon yesterday. Well, actually, the day before, because we had spent the night, we had inadvertently rescued a small tavern, an inn, that was being attacked by zombies and some sort of shadow monsters.
Oh, the Wayside Inn.
But
yes.
You seem familiar with this?
Oh yes, we've stayed there ourselves when we were traveling from Neverwinter. It's a quite lovely place. It's
I thought you meant you were familiar with the necromantic zombies that were attacking.
Oh no, that's news to me. My goodness.
Have you ever heard anything about that in the area? They appeared to be farmers, and we didn't get a chance to look nearby at any of the local agricultural centers.
You get the occasional undead in the Crypt Garden Forest or the Mare of Dead Men. I mean, they're practically in the name, but so far north, it's very settling. You say the cult of Talos, you thought it was defeated, and yet they're attacking our town.
There may be many threats that we may have missed after our encounter with the dragon.
Yes, because you get rid of an important part of a group doesn't mean the entire group will always disband.
Of course. I must suggest to the leader of the military here, Sergeant Yoram, to perhaps increase patrols in the area, maybe further south, near the Mare, the Crypt Garden Forest. Quite distressing. Against Lathander's nature, and it all is. But I soon must return to my duties at the shrine. But I have a few moments, and he kind of lays out the map of Leylon with some highlights, which you can see on the screen here. If you have any questions about the town, I do have a few moments to spare.
Ignore that. I'm just testing a macro. Make sure I copied it over correctly. Okay.
What kind of peculiarities would you find at the peculiarity shop?
Oh, that's your eye went straight to that. Yeah, that shop itself is a peculiarities. That's a word I cannot say.
Peculiarities.
Yeah.
Peculiarities.
Good enough.
It's bringing back to when we made the old cartoon with Jess, and I had to shout out "unfathomably huge hole," and I could not do it. Take after take after take after take after take.
It's like it's the oddest thing. It's run by a man called Audrey Silverpun, and he disappeared one day. We didn't reconstruct the building for him. We didn't help him move in. He just seemed to appear there one day, but
oh god,
the odd magic item.
That is quite the peculiarity.
Peculiarity.
How do you say the second word? Shopee?
Shopee. It's shop.
Oh.
But he offers your random assortment of magical goods, but his stock mysteriously seems to change by the day. He doesn't receive shipments. It's quite odd.
I would, if you want my honest opinion, don't think about it too hard. Don't look into it too hard either. Down that way lies madness.
What is the island that we had rushed to yesterday? This idol island. I assume there are idols on it, but what are they for? And why are they there?
Oh yes, it's a remnant of whoever was here before. I'll see if I can give some information on it.
One bad thing about running a pre-done adventure is that unless you're like super good at reading and memorizing stuff, all of the world lore is not in your brain.
To be honest, most of the fishermen tend to avoid that area. There's some shrines, like I said, of some early human settlers who were here hundreds of years ago, and some people claim it's haunted.
Why were there what, like 8 people on there yesterday when we had to go rescue?
Well, I assume they were kidnapped by the cultists.
I feel like that checks out.
There are some people that claim to have spent the night there and have seen visions. But
Is it like something kids do as a dare?
So I can't imagine the kids making their way out there across the swamp.
Well, I am here for the tourism aspect of things, so I am totally planning on spending the night there tonight.
Well, yes, of course. You're not actually a member of the Fandalorians, was it? And you too, Mr. Weiland.
No.
They're more than welcome to join us.
I'm just a blacksmith.
But you two are more than welcome to join us.
I know that young Warforged Sally is spending some time with the local children, but truth be told, we can use all the help we could get if you could help us as well.
I mean, as long as I'm here and I'm able to explore the local culture as well as the countryside, I do not mind taking
local culture.
work.
That is the interesting part, because as of yet, Leylon has no culture. We are building it as we speak.
I think your first act of culture is to honor the dead from yesterday.
Well, of course, the funeral is this afternoon, if you wish to attend.
I do. I give my regards to the one we were unable to save.
We tried, but sometimes
we tried to make a human chain to block them, or a humanoid chain, but apparently water is porous, or we are porous.
There's an area behind town, which I think will make a suitable graveyard. I regret we had to use it so early.
Well,
pioneering.
Fewer graves than more.
Yeah, and pioneering is. I mean, when you're new to a land and you're building it up, it's a rough time, and things happen.
At least we're closer to civilization than Phandalin was when it first started up.
True enough.
They have a whole troop of heroes named after them. One day we could have the Helionaires. The Lilionaires.
Are you aware of the Swords of Leylon?
I am not.
Well, they were heroes of this very town. Before it was destroyed, of course.
With all due respect, they sound like amateurs.
Well, again, it has to do with the Mage Tower, the House of Thalivar. It was the explosion that destroyed the town, but it was Thalivar who doomed it, I fair say, all during the Spell Plague, hundreds of years ago.
Would we assume that the House of Thalivar has been thoroughly cleared and explored? It's nothing.
Oh yes, it's been looted for generations of anything of real magical value.
Good night.
But
I get the sneezes when I have too much breakfast.
If you wish to know more about the tower, you can talk to Galileo. He resides there now.
Is he going to be dropping cannonballs from the top of it? Science joke! Sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
Anyway.
Unless you have any more questions, must return to my duties. But I will say the town square offers any equipment you might need. There's a number of merchants, and he turns to Lemon, a fellow blacksmith named Xana. If you in need of weapons or armor. If you wish to stop by the fishery and speak to another one of the town leaders, Baldi. Actually, I don't think Galileo is a town leader. maybe it's Valley.
The middle of an election season, so.
Yeah, that's where it reflects. Galileo actually is not a town leader, but Valley is. She's the lead, she's the head of the fishery. Very important trade these days.
I kind of get it's like because the town is so small, there's no real like centralized government of any sort. It's just leaders of the particular groups of people who work and live here are just the ones that sort of take charge.
Yes, we thought
it's similar to family.
We thought a good mixture of church labor and would be a good mix for the town. The town leadership. I mean, if you remember, like in Phandalin, technically didn't have a leader.
Right.
But the guy who was richest, basically, who got his orders from Neverwinter.
Yeah, it had him there, and this one has a council.
Gentlemen, I am...
speaking of the fishery, has anybody seen our traveling companion?
Oh, yes, Silas?
Oh, you mean the young one with the harmonica? Oh yeah, she started work there this morning.
Oh, good.
For her.
Is she doing more bard-like things, or is she just straight up fishing? Did you
the
happen
day
to
has
see?
just begun. I don't know what she's up to.
Fair enough.
But she seemed quite eager to start work.
I would imagine you could fish at night, but...
Well...
Oh, right. Most people can't see. Right, it's darkness. Sorry, I'm not used to that.
So insensitive.
I'm trying to get better at that.
Alright.
So she can fish. She'll probably fish during the day and bard during the night.
She's a lovely lady at the dock.
Yep.
But now I really must be going, and my duties at the shrine. You see,
Thank you again for breakfast.
Services will be this evening to honor the dead, and you are welcome anytime if you wish to pray, if you are the praying type.
Thank you.
Takes a bow and he hurries off.
Whoa! Did you see how fast he moved?
He's like, zoom.
Yeesh. I guess he.
I thought I was the only one who could teleport. I don't know about the rest of you, but I am very interested in checking out that Pelican shop.
Peculiarities.
Peculiar. We don't have that word where I come from.
Okay. Break P Q L air T's.
Peculiarities.
There you go.
Peculiarities. We got it. We're smart.
Yeah, peculiarities Shopee.
Yes.
So close.
But I am also quite interested to check out that haunted island. That sounds.
I kind of want to. I'm not gonna check out the empty house there and see there.
I think there are a lot of empty houses. Oh, you mean House of Thalivar?
Yeah.
That looks cool too.
Well, it sounds like we're going to be here for a little while, so we'll probably have a chance to visit everywhere.
Yeah.
Montage.
Is it
Even
so?
Rocky had montage.
So, is it time for a time?
Montage.
But where do we want to go first? I'd be all
Peculiarity, so that we can stop trying to say it.
Yeah. I hope. Honestly, I kind of hope I can find a nice battle staff, or something that I can still hit people with, but I can
something peculiar. Ah, you screwed me up, Joey. Ah, now I can't say words.
Peculiarities.
Okay. It's an unfathomably hard word to say.
When you're this is probably why he loves it. So as you walk through the town, it's like you said, like 90 like over 95% of the town is still uninhabited and mostly in ruins. The town square seems to be the most rebuilt. As
Does
you
have a well.
make your way by it.
Does have a well.
And you see various shops as you kind of walk by it. You also walk by the shrine, which, like Murigold said, was the first stone building to be restored. But you do notice the top is still a little wrecked. But you see some people in there, like heading inside to say their morning prayers. And then make your way to the shop. And imagine, like I said, just a bunch of old decaying buildings, half destroyed. And then you come to this like elaborately painted, like trinkets and interesting things in the windows, like a fancy board and colorful letters. And,
I'm really hoping this is basically Sardo from Are You Afraid of the Dark in his shop.
I don't remember that.
Oh man,
There's a. I mean, it's a shop that wasn't there yesterday. Who knows what you will find? There's a few of them.
recurring character.
But yeah, you see your front door with a little bell attached to it. Do you walk?
I walk. I mean, do you see a sign that says like peculiarity shop?
Yeah, is there a sign that says open?
It's a sign that says always open.
I walk in.
Oh, well, then we just walk in.
Yeah, you hear a little bell chime when you open the door.
Does it sound magical?
All bells sound magical.
Yeah,
good point.
It's like a fairy singing.
I kind of imagine it's one of those ding dong ones.
Yeah, he goes ah. No, we hear a pleasant ding dong when we open up the door, and there's this extravagantly dressed man behind the counter, as if he's been expecting you. He goes, "Oh, welcome to my peculiar shop."
Have you say that in a very peculiar way.
What can I say? My name is
not peculiarities.
Silverpun. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Hello, I am Zorsashi. I'm not from around here and was hoping to pick up some mementos.
Well, I can tell just by looking at you that many of you are not from around here, if you don't mind me saying.
Yes, I am.
I'm one to talk.
Indeed. Yeah.
Does he look human?
Yes, he is a human.
Or at least he looks it.
He's a perfectly human person.
Perfectly human person with nothing peculiar about him at all.
Like me.
But please, look around. If you need anything, just ask. I'm sure something in here will catch your eye.
How long have you been in business here in Leylon?
He says, so how long has the restoration been going?
Do I know that? Did we ask that?
You probably say like about a month.
Okay.
About a month.
About a month of here.
He goes, then about a month then.
Interesting among.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I was just say it's interesting among you looking through the town. Your building is one of the most built up already. Right? Didn't he say that?
Want to attract attention for potential customers like you.
Boy, you must know some really good contractors. to have a whole building built up and ready to go in less than a month.
Well, some people owed me favors.
Well, where were you yesterday during the attack? Because I don't recall seeing you in the group of.
Oh yes, awful ordeals last night. Well, I have a relatively secure basement here, and I don't find myself a coward, but...
Oh, I'm not judging you for not joining the thing. It's certainly not for everyone. You had a guard captain of some sort who was basically useless. I pointed that out to him, but I was just wondering where you were.
I was taking refuge here.
That's
protecting my shop. I'm
gonna take a look around at just various things that are in there. If I see trinkets, magic items, let me know.
Okay. Mostly, as much as he's talking about like magical items, most of these things are mostly just curiosities, or maybe things that he found in the abandoned town. Like you see some old fishing rods, some idols, some idols from swamp people, mining helmets, just other little things like that. Might be interested for a collector.
I asked Murook. Murook, do you get any sense of magic from anything around here?
Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see what I can. Let me see what I can do.
And while you're casting that, let's let Joey finish describing. Sorry.
One thing you do notice is it's like a really nice painting on one of the walls, showing 3 adventurers. One of them is a dark-skinned warrior-looking woman, a red-bearded dwarf, and there's a third figure who just seemed to be like the painting is just aged and faded. It's hard to make out who that last person might be.
Dorian Gray.
I'm gonna use one of my ticks of magic awareness, which basically it's just like a short little burst of detect magic within 60 feet.
You find 12 things made of magic.
You don't sense anything with any extreme magical value, but some of these trinkets might have a magical little trick to it, maybe it could glow or something like that.
Yeah. I know this is a bit of a long shot, but you don't happen to have any Iune stones, do you?
Iune stones?
Iune
stones.
Very peculiar word.
Yes.
You love peculiar things. If you are searching for magic items, as I sense that you are, I'm afraid you might have caught me on a bad day, for I don't have any in stock. But describe to me why you're looking for Iune.
Well, they are little floating stones that go around your head. They literally float around your head and offer, various enchantments, if you were so inclined.
Iune stone. That's
What's
a
that?
wondrous item. A very rare wondrous item.
I mean, it never hurts to ask. You never.
Give me 1 second.
You wouldn't happen to have any cloaks that just billow, do you?
Why such a thing would be priceless. He does think for a moment about the Iune stones. He goes, I've heard of those, extremely expensive, from what I recall. I could put in an order for you if you have the gold.
Hmm.
And I'm talking.
I may have to see if we can.
Several thousand.
Oh, then we are. Even if I tapped into the group's funds, I don't think we could pull that off. So.
You have to make some money first.
I'll
Yes.
have to call in some favors. Or something like that.
Just something I've encountered in my travels before. Spent some time in Sigil, saw some people with them, and was like, always wondered. Sigil, yeah. Spent some time there. Interesting town, but you do have a tendency to enter a door and end up somewhere else.
You know, in my younger days, I attempted to glimpse the City of Doors through meditation and magical means, but I never was able to. Which perhaps is for the best, because
yes,
I might
one
have
does.
trumped.
Yes, one does not. One does not search for sigil. One just ends up there.
Cal, the static screen again.
Okay.
I think it's, and I mentioned this, I think it's because you're not saying anything for a while, and you probably have it like auto-adjusting sound, so it's trying to pick up the sensitive background noise. Could be wrong.
But yeah.
Usually what it is.
And it goes away when I start talking?
Generally.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'll just talk more.
Oh god, this was a bad idea.
What have we
do
done?
this?
What have we done? But yes, But also, be careful if you do try to view the City of Doors. And one does not cross the Lady of Pain. Well, one could, but one will very shortly regret it.
Lady of who?
The Lady of Pain.
Did you glimpse the Lady of Pain in your journeys?
Oh no, I was no. Luckily, I've only heard of the Lady of Pain. I was.
Yes, I've only heard it in my books.
They speak of her in the City of Doors, and the short version is don't cross her, and whatever you do, don't worship her. But just don't. I gotta get this, like, my eye, like my whole face, I go pale, my eyes just kind of start wandering.
Mr. Zorsashi, I
Yes.
think you might be in luck. I believe I have a cloak of billowing in the back.
Oh.
If you're interested in purchasing.
Do you have any other types of cloaks? Just out of curiosity, or is it just a cloak of billowing?
He thinks for a moment. Oh, if you're one for fashion, do you have a cloak of many fashions as well?
I wouldn't happen
says,
to have a to be
he
more.
says,
So I would say that I was usually joking when I come up with the cloak of billowing. Not that I wouldn't mind having it, but if I were to really be looking for something, I'd probably go for that's a common item. I'd probably go for the clothes of mending, if he has that.
He does say 100 gold pieces for either of those cloaks. Clothes of mending.
Clothes of mending. It's another Zenithar's common item.
Yeah. Clothes of mending. Let's go with this one. Imagine it's self-repairing clothes.
Yeah, it's I'll post it.
Yeah. Ah, man of taste, I see. Quite elegant.
I travel a lot, and I don't like to have to repair my own clothes. prefer not to.
He looks for a little ledger. Would you prefer robes like you are now, I assume?
I believe I would be able to...
Were you wearing robes? I forget.
Yeah, it's more like I've modeled them after sort of a Japanese sort of, or Asian sort of amalgam of type of thing, so it's probably more along those lines. I will, how much for that then?
Because I have a nice robe with a mending enchantment. If you wish something a little bit more your style, I could
It's not the rope of mending, it's a robe of mending, right? Because there is a rope of mending that I'm looking at right now.
I meant a robe, as in a robe.
Yeah. I would,
come back tomorrow, perhaps. I find myself talented with the needle. I could.
I will do that. I will revisit you on the morrow. Thank you. I'll actually just tip him two silver.
Oh,
as
my
a
lord.
Now, if you don't have it tomorrow, I'm going to take those 2 silver back. Just sort of wink and smile.
He says, I recommend it'll be about 50 gold pieces.
We find. Would you like that now, or would I pick it up?
You can pay me when it's ready.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Seems that some of you were looking for some items more magical flavor, and I don't always have them in stock. There was a brother and sister that opened up shop near the barge. Quite unusual practice. They're tattoo artists, but one of them has a sort of magical flair.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It does sound fun.
I don't care for tattoos myself. I prefer the physicality of the object. But if you're feeling a little adventurous,
and we are adventurers, so.
Well, in my fighting style, I can't typically take physical things with me. So I am very interested.
And I can't wear too much armor, being a barbarian and all that, so.
Yes, of course. You're barely wearing anything at all, aren't you?
Why would I?
Right.
Why would I deny the world?
Well, Mr. Zorsashi, I shall have your clothes prepared by tomorrow evening, and do drop by again, for you never know what peculiarities.
Hey, good job!
Hey.
Have you considered of having a shorter name, perhaps in a curio shop or a question mark store?
Nope.
Okay, great, wonderful, great brainstorming session. Okay, bye. And
Not that he has considered it and chosen not to. Just nope, and that's the end.
As he closes the door, he goes, "Tell your friends." As he closes the door, he goes, "Tell your friends."
Bong bong as I leave.
Yeah.
What a friendly fella.
Are you talking to me, or are you talking to the clerk about me? Because I'm the one who left.
Yes. But he is quite the friendly fella, isn't he? Yeah, I'm talking to the clerk about Zorsashi.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you guys left. He goes,
Oh,
yes, he seems so serious, but he has a playful side as well.
You see me, you look back out the door and you see me who I originally went left, and after about a moment I'm now walking right, going like, oh, what's the wrong way? And I just keep walking.
does have a bit of problem with directions, though.
I walk back, you see him again, I was like, nope, go the right way in the first place. And that's bye again.
Perhaps we should go help him. So he doesn't
Yes,
end
he
up...
does look quite lost. He points down the road. Nothing much to the east of here, but like I said, you'll find the tattoo parlor near the barge, near the fishery. And of course, next door, can't miss it, is the mage tower.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your time, and you do have a lovely shop here. Maybe we'll stop back in. Sorry.
Yes, my pleasure.
Sorry if I asked a bit much for that Ion stone, but those have always kind of fascinated me.
If you have the gold, I'm sure I could procure it for you.
Well, if we happen to kill another dragon, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll find it.
Zyzzyx, did you ever buy that object that allows you to summon elementals?
So no, I didn't, and the reason is because we gotta sit down and figure out the divvying up of the gold. Because my gold, I only have 59 gold, and I'm not sure if that. I don't think I recall divvying up all of the dragon horde and everything.
I don't think we did. I only got like 13 gold.
Okay.
The shared inventory does have about 363 gold pieces and some change in it.
Yeah,
but then
has,
Cryovane's horde has a ton of stuff.
Yeah, it has over. You didn't do the bell, but it has.
No,
It had over 1,500 gold worth of loot there. Plus a bag of holding.
Yeah, we should probably take that bag of holding. You guys should probably take the bag of holding with you.
I told Brice before we started this new adventure that he could, in the in-between time, spend that money on it. So whenever you want to...
But I feel bad taking it, because I don't know how much is we each have.
Well, you can discuss that in the chat.
Okay, that's true.
If you still want to take it, so I'm just wondering.
Yeah, so to answer the question, no, I have not yet, but I still plan on it.
But he bows as you all leave the shop.
You know, I totally forgot about that bag of holding.
Could have hold so many things.
I can already hold a lot of things, but with the bag of holding, I can hold a whole heck of a lot of things.
That's where Sally's been sleeping in the bag of holding.
Actually, that makes perfect sense. Hey,
she doesn't need to breathe. She can stay in there as long as she wants.
Yeah. That's.
She can't get out on her own. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Isn't a bag of holding that always weighs like 30 pounds?
Always weighs, I think, 15. There is a limit to how tall, how much, like, height and width something has, but I think it goes up like 8 feet, 8 feet of depth. So you can't put like a 10-foot pole in it, but otherwise,
well, you can.
Fair enough, but then you'd want to instead get something the Eloan quiver of Eloa. Elona.
Maybe he'll have it tomorrow.
Alright.
Hey, everybody.
Well, let's go see if we can find this tattoo shop and see.
Well, is that where we want to go, or do we want to stick with our original plan to hit the other places up? I'm good with either.
I'm fine. Let's go. Well, actually, we probably do need to sell this loot before we go to the tattoo shop.
I mean, I would have said you would have done that in the months in between your game.
Oh.
It's downtime activity.
Oh, yeah. All right. So we'll have to figure out what the amount is of the... well, we'll work this out afterward.
Can you buy an airship yet?
There's 1,000 gold pieces plus 10 pearls worth 50 gold each, I think.
Yeah, it's close enough. So 1,500 gold. And how many of us were there? In Cryovane? 6.
There was 6 of us.
I don't think anybody could object to just taking 250 each from that stash.
Right now, it's currently in the shared inventory. I mean, we have the cryovane thing, but we also have. I added just the number to shared inventory, so you could just treat the shared inventory like a bank.
Yeah,
That's true.
basically what it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
let's
Unless
get.
Yeah, unless somebody is like trying to just, buy something super expensive. Otherwise,
Sure.
just, treat this like it's we're all roommates, and somebody bought something good for dinner, and we're all like, man, can we share that? Can we share that
Yeah.
that cake or whatever?
Nice. Okay.
Lobster.
And I was gonna ask something else, but I forgot what it was. Oh, why? The bell was too big? I can't remember.
I had a mission from the god of. I had a mission
That's
from.
right. A mission
Yeah.
from God.
Right.
We're on a mission from God. I remember that. I made that joke a lot.
It was. Hold on, I can give you the name. Oh, Savras. I had a mission from Savras to put the bell back where it belongs.
Like
it
the
was
hummus.
it was a bell collar of a Cerberus?
No, it was just a giant bell.
You missed my
Oh,
joke.
there was a bell
Never
made
mind.
of gold.
No,
that
you missed my
probably
joke.
is-
Never. I wasn't.
No.
No, never mind.
Okay.
I was making a
Yes,
hummus
we can.
joke. Fabris
Where to
hummus.
next?
All right. I am definitely down to check out this tattoo yard and see what they can do. Tattoo yard, this tattoo
Yeah.
parlor. I have some questions.
You make your way down to the docks where you had your battle, where there were some fishermen, like nervously looking at the water, like it may jump out at them at any moment. We head down to some of the buildings by the docks. On the far end, you see a sign that says War Chief Inks. And it just looks... It's like they didn't even bother trying to fix up the building that much.
Hey, ventilation ain't a bad thing to have. All right, well we go. We go in and see if anyone's there.
Yeah, they have like a hastily made makeshift door made out of like driftwood.
We carefully open the door so as to not break it.
So you walk in, and you see 2 half-orcs kind of going about their business. This large male half-orc is like drawing on a sheet of paper what looks like to be tattoo designs. And you see a thin female half-orc seems to be just reading a book in the corner. They don't really notice you as you walk in.
I yell, "Hail and well met!"
Hello.
The male looks around, turns around, and he goes, "Oh, looks like we have customers. Finally."
Not many people around here wanting tattoos.
Let's just say that some of these fishermen are a little bit superstitious. Especially when it's a half-orc doing the job.
Well, I don't see race.
Yeah, well, their loss is our gain.
But I do, I do know how it feels to be looked down upon because of what you are.
They'll see. Even if they're not looking for magical tattoos. The best artist in town, I guarantee it. Name's Gunther. It's my sister Gretchen. And she just gives a half-hearted wave behind her book.
She does everything half.
Yeah, that she does.
Well, we heard word that.
She's also half of my business, so don't piss her off.
So, magical tattoos. Now, that's something I'm not familiar with. Or would I be? Brice definitely is.
It's kind of all the rage in Neverwinter and Waterdeep at the moment. You know, people look for exciting new ways to show off their magic and their money.
Well, for sure. What are some of the things you can do? Do you have any ace armor increasing tattoos? Anything like that that might stick with me in a wild shape is what I'm getting at.
I kind of wish I was there because I would totally say, I don't think you understand what a tattoo means. It goes on your skin, not your armor.
Too bad you're not here.
You just imagine Zorsashi saying that.
Should have texted me. You could have moved over.
I would rather have it so that the tattooist doesn't know the difference between tattooing and engraving.
So, as a DM, this is one of the new things that was introduced in Tasha's Guide to Everything.
Yeah. Cauldron.
It's basically, Gunther goes, well, the most basic thing I can do for you is I ink you up, and then my sister here injects a spell into the ink. Basically like a spell scroll, but you ain't gotta read from it.
But it's used up after one.
I believe so. It's basically like a spell scroll. I'll look that up actually. I imagine it would be. Maybe not.
It's something you have to attune to. It might be different for each type of tattoo, but a spell rod tattoo produced by a special needle contains a first level spell. To use the tattoo, you must hold the needle against your skin and speak the command word. Needle turns to ink. That becomes the tattoo, which appears on the skin. Once the tattoo is there, you can cast a spell requiring no material components. The tattoo glows faintly while you cast the spell for the duration. Once the spell ends, the tattoo vanishes from your skin. So it's slightly better than a scroll.
Yeah, so basically, I ink you up, insert the spell, and then you carry this little needle around. And in the morning, just place it against your skin, tattoo reappears. I think I'm reading that right?
Depends on the thing, I believe, but once the spell ends, the tattoo vanishes from your skin, at least for the spell rod tattoo. They have a couple of other specific tattoos that might work a little differently.
How fun.
Okay, so it's basically a scroll, one-use thing, so.
Don't need materials.
I can't think of anything I'd want that's one use. I've never been a.
Said you want something more permanent.
If what I'm would be interested in is getting something that can make me a little tougher to hit in a fight. And especially something that might stick with me no matter what form, beast or human, I take in a fight. Is what I'm getting at there. If you're picking up what I'm putting down.
I will be the ledger person, and since I'm not actually in this scene, but barrier tattoo might do that.
Yeah, I'm looking that up.
A shield as well.
Can I would I be? First of all, let's talk real detailed mechanics. Would these stick with me when I wild shape? And if so, would I be able to activate them from wild shape?
See, it's like I never inked no Druid before, but yeah, I think it would.
Well, only one way to find out. I'm willing to be your guinea pig if just if you maybe we knock the price off down a little bit since I'm a test subject.
Brice, can you actually turn into a guinea pig?
I could, but it takes one of my 2 slots.
Oh, hold on. You're talking about something that affects your AC will affect you in wild shape form.
All out of character right now. I am hoping to get something that would basically like boost my AC by 1 while in wild shape, because all of those shapes I know they have high HP, but they have such low AC.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Once inscribed on the creature's body, damage or injury doesn't impair the tattoo's function, even if the tattoo is defaced. When applying a magic tattoo, a creature can customize the appearance, the rare, blah blah blah. I mean, it doesn't say anything, so it's up to you, Joey. But I would think because it's an attunement, and Wild Shape has attunement things, rules, I assume.
Yeah, can you use attune magic items in Wild Shape?
I have no idea.
Read your game rulebook already, Olive.
He does say, I can make a barrier tattoo for you, which is basically like it gives you extra armor. Like an uncommon barrier tattoo would be 12 plus your dexterity modifier. And a rare would be like 15 plus your dexterity. And a very rare would be a straight up 18. And that's unarmored.
Alright, I did Bryce's homework. Here's the ruling from Wild Shape. You choose whether your equipment falls to the ground in your space or merges into your new form, which I assume you normally do. Merges with you. Or is worn by it. Worn equipment functions as normal. Worn equipment functions.
Yeah,
the
nothing.
DM decides whether it's practical for the new form to wear as a piece of equipment. So this was obviously written before tattoos were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Any equipment that the new form can't wear must either fall to the ground or merge with it. So I would assume that providing that the animal has, something for the tattoo to stay on, which would probably be most, if not all, beasts. But DM's discretion.
I would say, yeah, I mean, this is basically nothing too crazy with the armor class, but yeah, I would say with this tattoo, it would transfer over to the animal. I would say it changes based on the animal's dexterity modifier.
Okay. So you said the levels would be 12 plus dex, 15 plus dex, and then straight 18?
Yeah, it's like AC says, like the basic barrier tattoo will be 12 plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh, well, I look at this and I'm like, I've already got that with natural armor.
And that'll run you about 200 gold pieces for the common tattoo.
I'm guessing this tattoo does not stack with natural armor.
What does natural armor say?
Natural armor is 12 plus. It's 12 plus con.
It'll replace it.
Yeah.
Can't use a shield though. The shield still goes on it, if you're able to use a shield.
Yeah, animals can't.
That's kind of animal.
Well, that's fair. Let's see, that one would help.
And this is me and the character speaking. I will give you guys a list of potential tattoos and make that available for you. So you can come back and potentially do that.
I want one. They're super cool.
Yeah,
Definitely gonna get one, but I just gotta make sure.
I just gotta make sure. I wouldn't mind one, but honestly, I already have a bunch of these things already. In one way or another.
What would that medium level run me?
That's a little more pricey. That'll be more like 1,500.
Ooh, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, you did say treat it like a bank.
That's no. That's a bit much.
Kidding. Just kidding.
Not my money. I don't care.
To be honest, I'm not sure where I would put it on you. Most of you are scales.
You just got to get stiffer needles.
Eyelids.
Oh.
To put it on you. Put it in your palms or your sole of your feet or something. I don't know.
Ouch. That sounds like it would
I'm
hurt.
I'm not the one covered in scales here. And you can tell looking by this guy, he is like covered in tattoos and hair.
Well, that's funny.
But he hands you a scroll with some potential ones for tattoos.
Just out of curiosity, how much for a Shadowfell brand? That actually looks interesting.
Ooh, it's red.
Huh.
Gives me dark vision and can half damage taken once per day.
Getting into the big stuff.
Ooh, that's interesting because it doesn't come back until the next sunset. Everything else is always next dawn.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that flavor. Sorry, didn't mean to jump in there. I was just excited as a player.
She goes, hey sis, how much for the Shadowfell tat? She goes, well, that's gonna be expensive. Expensive materials. Goes 1,100 gold pieces.
Oof. Yeah, that is something we'll have to look back on. What can I
tell you?
Hey. Oh, and it gives me advantage on dexterity stealth checks as well. Jeez. But yeah, I can see why this is expensive. Yeah. But since my dex is like, my dex saves are -1, having advantage would actually be a good thing. So yeah, something to look into.
Yeah, if you guys just want a normal old tattoo, I can do that for you. Depending on the complexity. For about 10 gold pieces, 20 gold pieces. You know, art ain't cheap, you know.
Oh no, it shouldn't be. You should be paid for your work. I mean, we could get into the whole thing about, you know, artists being paid for their work and how a lot of people devalue that, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, some tattoos that gives you resistance on certain elements. Some of the really expensive one, like, makes you harder. Like, gives you advantage on, like, death saves, I think.
Oh, I think, was that the Life Well tattoo?
Yeah.
Also gives you resistance to necrotic energy, and if your hit points drop to 0, nope, drops to 1.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah, that's
There's one that gives you he goes, there's one if you ever want to disguise your ugly mug. Give you a masquerading.
Yeah, but why would I deny the world this beautiful face?
That's what I told my date the other day. She didn't quite agree with me.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, what's not to love about this mug? And I admit though, I've been punched, kicked a fair number of times. Used to be a pit fighter back in the day. Kind of like points to his nose. It's obviously been broken a bunch of times. His ears are all like, you know how like fighters get those like swollen ears, kind of.
Yeah.
Points to his ears. It's all like disfigured. Yeah, got out of that business though. Decided to take advantage of my artistic side.
Use your fists for art.
Yeah, exactly.
Create instead of destroy, that sort of thing. Indeed, there's a.
Whenever you're in the mood for a good inking, just call on Gunther.
I will indeed. These are all very fascinating. When we get a little bit more funds, I'm sure at least one or two of us will take advantage of your services.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brand new start here in Leyland. They say it's spread the word to the fishermen and stuff like that. I know they're probably looking for some good ink, but like they just don't think of Big Dumb Orc can do it justice, But he points to the stuff on his arm and his chest, and he goes, "I did it all myself. Can't argue with the quality."
Not to mention flexibility.
Yeah, I had my sister help out, mage hand, you see, but I was the one controlling it.
Yeah, I mean, that would solve that problem. Just, I note that some of those tattoos are in places that would be quite awkward for having to tattoo yourself.
Yeah, normally ain't that flexible, you see.
Now this is classic D&D.
I'm enjoying it.
Oh no, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying this is this is what I expect when we come into town.
Roll for this.
Well, you want to spar?
I think you can take on the green giant. That's what they used to call me.
I kind of stand up to him and I kind of look down at him because I'm pretty dang tall. I'm like 7 foot here.
He stands up. It's about 6.5, I would say.
So I still look down at him.
Yeah, I thought bigger.
So have I.
I believe it. 'Cause I heard of you. Heard about that dragon. That's something. Hey, you should all get tattoos. Celebrate your defeat of that son of a bitch dragon.
You know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. However, we do have one question though. Do you think you could put a tattoo on a Warforged?
Well, end of the day, it's just paint. Sure, my sister can make it a little more permanent.
Yes, that's. How
Guys,
long have you been doing tattoos? Did you say?
It's been a passion of mine for. I know tattoos aren't literally painting.
Yeah, but
Joey,
does this guy?
Joey, just for the record, I'm 7. Murook is 7'9". I tower over.
That's a bit taller than I thought.
I'm a dude. Loxodon's like huge.
Tall races in D&D are tall.
It's also kind of common. I've seen a lot in which the moment that there's at least one tall person in a party, it's like, The moment that they get the chance to get taller.
Oh, my other game, in Iceland, I'm a Goliath that can like double in size with root magic. So he's like huge.
Yeah,
I know it's not pain, but he was saying like, it's been a passion of mine ever since I was a little young gunta.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that would be a good idea if us picked those who were there to fight the vile Cryovane. Get a tattoo to remember the time.
I'll sketch up a few designs for you. You come back in a few days. Work it out.
Yeah, and hopefully our little Warforged friend Sally will be here with us. I have a feeling she would be down for having a tattoo.
Well, I mean, we should just... Yeah, we definitely need to do that, and then when her owner comes back... It's her rebellious stage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes, that would...
Alright, let's forget our tattoos and pool all the money to get her head to toe covered.
Yeah. Like a tribal tattoo.
Yeah.
I guarantee once Chris hears there's a tattoo parlor, she's gonna want Sally to get a elaborate tattoo design.
I mean,
He's gonna basically learn the craft, go back to the clothing store, and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna open a tattoo shop next door."
Yeah.
oh no, what have we done?
Does his tattoo needle come with a welding torch though?
Oh, this has gone places I didn't think it would, but I'm glad it did. But yes, now I'm imagining Sally just covered in like travel tattoos and spirals and like runes and
A new paint job for her hair.
and yet somehow her these are still shining, glowing red.
Oh, of course, you can't mess with perfection.
But yes,
Back to Nevada.
Yep. So you say your goodbyes. Promises to come back.
I would like to say that, like, when I walked off, I eventually made myself out to the probably the fishery and maybe the docks in general, just kind of like looking out at the island. So that's kind of like where I ended up instead of following them to the tattoo shop.
I'll do a short thing there. You're kind of staring off to the islands where you had your battle previous night, and the young woman you saw with the eye patch kind of walks up to you and like just looks out with you.
Oh, hello. Are you a local, I take it?
She doesn't say anything immediately, but she turns to you and she starts to make some hand gestures with her hands.
Do I recognize them in some sort of sign language?
Give me, I would say, yeah, it would be pretty common knowledge. It's just some sort of sign.
Oh, my apologies. Are you deaf or are you just mute and can communicate with sign language? My expertise in that is not very good. I'm not from around here.
oh, dang! If you were with me, I have comprehend languages.
But the parrot on her shoulder as she turns to you, he goes, "Can't hear."
Oh, would I have known enough in my travels, enough basic common sign language to communicate?
I mean, that would be kind of up to you. It would be quite convenient if you all of a sudden you decided you did.
Right, that's the saying. It depending on how well traveled I am, So I don't know how common sign language is.
I would think it would have to take up a language slot.
Fair enough.
Also, are you from this area?
That's the other thing. I'm not. So I reach into my bag and I actually take out an ink pen and a parchment, of which I have one sheet. So I'm going to write very small and say, "Hello, I am Zorsashi."
She kind of laughs, and the bird goes, "No need to write. I can hear you here. I can hear this way."
Oh, that makes me put everything back. That's quite convenient. A familiar of some sort, I take it.
She goes. The bird goes.
Bird, yeah.
Goes. Quite observant.
Yes. Are you familiar with that island with the shrines on it? Heard ghost stories or other haunted tales? I assume you work at this fishery, or at least frequent it. It's pretty much staring you in the face the whole time. Have you heard anything?
The bird. The bird goes. To save time, just imagine when Luciana here talks. It's me talking. My name is Valdi.
Hello. Nice to meet you. And your bird, Luciana.
I run fishery. Town leader. Well, part of town council. Sorry.
I love it's still a bird at the end of the day.
She looks a little embarrassed.
Oh, no need. I've seen more embarrassing birds in my travels.
Familiar he may be, he is still a parrot.
Of course. But, Valdi, you said, have you heard anything of this? The shrines or idols on that island? Very fascinated in it.
Only rumors. It sounds like I'm. It's weird talking as a bird.
That's the thing that trips you up?
Only rumors. Fishermen avoid it. Tales of ghosts.
Oh. As somebody who, not in the last 24 hours, fought what appeared to be both, at one point, last 48 hours, one point both zombies and then later on weird creatures from the sea. I don't think that should be too fearful of ghosts, incorporeal beings that probably can't even interact with the physical world.
Our sisters on the island. Very weird. One man stayed the night. Had visions. One man stayed the night. Barely alive.
Well, must not be too worrisome, as you've not corded it off with fencing or warning signs yet. I plan on...
People know better. People know better than to go there.
Maybe so, but I plan on spending the night on that island. See what's up. Find the truth. Maybe exercise it, if need be.
Feel free to use one of our barges. It's the least we could do for what you did.
Well, thank
Sorry.
you. Thank you. Oh, by the way, we arrived in town just before the fight yesterday with a new person who I believe is working here. Silas, I believe her name was. How's she been? Have you been working with her? Celia, that's what it was. Have you been working with her?
Tiefling girl. Hard worker.
That's good. I think she had
Cutting fish at the moment.
That's... She seemed one that was very ambitious to get out on her own, while fishing may not be her calling. It's good to know that she is, well, adapting well enough.
Rooms for growth.
As one does. It's only day one. I'm sure she'll learn.
She does some more signs. And the parrot goes, I do not wish to assume, but perhaps I could teach you sign. So our conversations won't be so squawky.
I will admit that I have talked my fair share of Kenku, but I am always up for learning the language of the land. I've learned more difficult ones at the time during my travels, but all of them vocal in some sort. And yes, I would be very interested. We can have a proper conversation.
You seem the learned type.
I am a well-traveled type, whether that means the learned or not. I guess depends on where I've ended up. Fade the black. There you go. Just fade the black. There you go.
Fade the black. Yeah. I was trying to think of like something that came up that interrupted your conversation. A giant fish comes out of the water. And goes, oh, you can't get me, you can't get me. And then a bunch of fishermen chase after it. It's a whole crazy ordeal.
A tiger shark.
Alright. Kind of meet up after your encounters back at the dock.
So how were things at the docks? How were things at the fishery?
Well, I found it quite impossible. See, there was a paradox. I just keep walking.
I'm counting on
Murook just
three.
Murook just kind of stares off into the distance.
No, it turns out our friend is our traveling companion is doing quite well. Apparently, gutting fish, which I assume is well.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
You do. I mean, we've done plenty of hunting on our travels. Just doing it en masse at a fishery is probably a little unsettling to some people. I also met the fishmaster, a young woman named Valdi. She is apparently deaf and mute, but she can communicate through a sign language, which she has promised to teach me, or at least help me learn, as well as the ability to speak via a parrot. She's not a pirate, though. Has a parrot.
Oh. Does the parrot have like a little eye patch or a hat or something? Or
oh, I wish it did. That would be so cute. So adorable.
Yes, that would be. Mayhaps we find a little pirate hat for the parrot. For the parrot.
Curio shop. I will have to repay her, dress up her parrot once we can talk and she teaches me sign language. What have you two been doing? And where is Lemon?
Well, we were talking with the tattoo artists, a couple pair of half orcs, and they were quite nice. Gave us a lot of options. And the magical tattoos are quite interesting.
Did you get one?
No, they're a little expensive too.
Get a normal tattoo then?
We're going to discuss it with everybody, and we're thinking about getting a tattoo to commemorate our defeat of Cryovane.
Oh, show. Yeah, you wouldn't get one.
I'm sorry.
Well, I don't want one. I want to learn sign language.
Hey.
Even if you wanted one, we wouldn't give you one.
You wouldn't be allowed.
I didn't want one anyway, so It works out. Yeah.
Good. Can't get one.
Yeah. It's mutually exclusive. Yeah.
How many dragons have you beat? 0? I
Yeah.
thought so.
Well, 4. Most of them are babies.
Oh, baby dragons.
We beat a
Young.
slightly grown up dragon.
Yeah, I think it was young, wasn't it?
I mean, it was like not
All intents and
baby.
purposes, it was an adult dragon that you
Hey, go us.
Hey, we beat just an adult dragon. There we go.
Wasn't it a reduced size adult dragon? It was large instead of
he's
huge.
like a barrel. He turned to adult like yesterday. So some of his attacks weren't as powerful as they could have.
So, but where is Lemon?
Lemon probably ended up going to the town square because he wasn't that interested in a tattoo.
You were one who wants an anvil.
No.
Never
So
mind.
Lemon, when you go to the town square, you're not interested in tattoos or fish. You see, your blacksmith eyes immediately pick out where the local blacksmith has made shop.
Hey, now, technically, for the most part, he's kind of more interested in learning about the people that live here, kind of thing. But yeah, the blacksmith too.
Sure.
There's a giant
You see a
sign that says
figure.
blacksmith.
You see a
Yeah.
figure working there, and as he turns around, you notice he's caught fire.
What?
Are we all at the town squares or just Lemon?
Just let it
No, we're between the docks and we're probably at the barge yard.
Yeah, this could also be like a flashback kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where's Lemon? Lemon.
He's like right beside you. I'm right here.
Alright, wrong character. Uh-oh.
Someone's on fire. What do? I consult my various character sheets to find the way.
I brought up another one for reference for something.
Yeah.
I'm going to hurry over and luckily I've got this for reasons exactly like this. I've got the cantrip Control Flames, which allows me to extinguish fire as well as create it in a 5-foot radius anyway, or cube. Sorry.
So you notice this guy's head engulfed in flames, and you run up, perform your spell, and it extinguishes for a moment. But surprised, this man looks up, and his head kind of immediately catches fire again. And he goes, "That's a new one." And you notice that this seems to be his hair.
Fire Ganassi hat. He was taken aback for a moment. My apologies.
Proper hello would have sufficed.
My apologies. I thought you were. I'm Lemon. Pleasure to meet you.
My name is Zana Talish. I'm the blacksmith in town. And as you can tell, also on fire. I save a lot on gloves, because I don't need them.
Sounds like you keep a hot forge.
I save a lot on lighting fluid as well. I guess you don't use that in forges, whatever. As if you're barbecuing.
I use a propane forge.
Propane forge. I totally would.
I just do an imitation. I'm in the trade myself, but don't worry, you're not going to be getting any competition. Though, if you end up needing any assistance, because this town certainly looks like it's going to be needing some, I'm in the area.
Oh yes, what they say once they rebuild more of the town, more and more civilians will be moving in. More and more infantry, which they need weapons and armor, and that's why I'm here.
Ah.
So if you're ever in the need of either, I'm your fireman.
I might need be in need of the forge if I need to temper some of my my weapon, but I shall keep an eye. All right, I shall keep it in mind.
He kind of gestures around the town square, which has a fair number of people browsing, like mostly fishermen and stuff. But you can tell that if you have any other needs for any commonplace items, you can probably find it here.
Okay. And for the most part, just peruses, and it tries to get a layout of what, like the attitude of the people of the town and stuff like that. If they're in high spirits or not feeling up to it and stuff like that.
Give me a perception. Try to read the room.
Average.
Mostly you see fishermen like buying bait, maybe new fishing rods or lures. Most of you seem to be, this is for business at the moment. Some of them look a little shaken because of recent events.
Okay. Just for expediency, we'll just assume he ends up eventually going back to the rest of the party so we can go back to them.
Guys, I heard Levin was at the town square. Let's take the long way around to see if we can find him, and then we just cross paths and mess each other and do that for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, you all try to find each other, but you all just, you're in the wrong alleyway. It's like when you're at the store, like looking for your mom. You got separated. But you finally meet up.
Oh, she's down the wine aisle again.
Yeah.
That's my kid's mom, for sure.
Send the town crier to go find her.
Yeah, but you all meet up.
Levin, there you are. We've all been meeting people and finding things. What did you learn?
Nothing of any to really point out. I'll just getting a lay of the town and see how things are going.
Seems like they've got a pretty good setup here for a growing town.
It's a good start, and they've got a long way to go, though.
Well, of course, as any town does. What were you needed here for anyway? What was the point of coming here? They had work for you?
Essentially, since Phandalin was pretty much built back up, all of my work was pretty much drying up there.
Well, I guess I met the Phandalorians. What were, compared to the two members that are with us, is like what exactly was your job in coming here again?
Protection. We're just we're here to protect. Like if there's monsters that are attacking, or say cultists, we chase them off. Also, we take various odd jobs, and go where we're needed.
Well, the only thing I haven't checked out is that actual island. Oh, I learned about the island. Someone stayed the night there and kind of like went insane. Another one stayed the night there and almost died. Or no, the person that got insane, he thought he saw a ghost, which let's be honest, is kind of insane. But another one apparently almost died, so I'm very interested in staying the night there and seeing what happens.
Well, I mean,
Why?
Well, I mean,
we live it.
neither of those
you
things
don't
are going
believe-
to happen.
You don't.
They're obviously
You know,
superstitions.
You know, ghosts are real, right?
I mean, in a sense, but what are they going to do? They're just ghosts. They're incorporeal. They can't touch things. They can't do anything. They're just ghosts. Zombies are real. I mean, those used to be little things that I thought just parents were trying to scare me, but it turns out they're real. But they're also not really that tough, to be honest.
If you go, we'll go with you, because going there by yourself would be a bad
I will not
idea.
I will not implore anyone to accompany me if they do not wish, but
I mean, if you're going, at least one or two of us will go with you, just to be on the safe side.
we'll camp right under the stars.
I'll go with him. I'm sort of used to dealing with stuff like that.
I mean, it's still probably 10 a.m. right now. We have plenty of time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not even midday yet.
Yeah.
We hadn't checked out. Well, I mean, we probably don't need to check out the Thunder Shrine. We pretty much know what's there. And we've already had a good conversation with Marigold, so
Yeah,
about that one.
you seemed interested in going to the tower.
The house.
Although they did say it was picked clean for things. I mean, we can go. I mean, we might get a good view of the lay of the land. We'll be honest.
I mean, hey, that at the very least we'll get that, and who knows? Maybe we'll meet someone interesting there. Maybe we'll find something interesting. But at the very least, we'll get a good look around and see if there's anything we need to do or anywhere we need to go.
Let's head to the house of the Thalivar.
So the house of Thalivar is perched on a rocky crag near the center of the town. You've heard the story about how it was responsible for the destruction of the town a few hundred years ago. It still has a superstition about it. You notice that the people wandering around stay pretty clear of the place. And it's not very well tended to. Like the trail leading up the small hill is just overgrown with brambles and thorn bushes. But there's a well-worn trail that kind of leads up to the top.
Excuse me, sorry about that. I will make my way up the aggro crag, as it were.
So you're about halfway up the path, and there's finally like a number of people kind of blocking your way. Seems to be 4 soldiers. You recognize one of them as Sergeant Yoram.
Oh, well, look who it is. Somebody has finally decided to... This was the one that was the coward, right?
Yeah. You see 2 other ones. 2 other humans and a dwarf. They're all wearing Neverwinter colors.
Well, it's my favorite Sergeant at Arms. You must be his arms. He's not using his. Just kind of like staring at the guy. Is this place off limits? We were hoping to get a look inside.
Oh, let's read this real quick. Alright, what do you say? Sorry?
It was like, is this place off limits for us? We were hoping to get inside and get a good view from the top.
Oh, wouldn't recommend going in there. It's under construction, and they're trying to. We're in the process of repairing it. See, future garrison. But these numbskulls refusing to work, slowing everything down.
What, the three other people next to you?
Yeah, one of them goes, I wouldn't want to work there either. If it was haunted, which it is, would you want to work in a haunted tower? I don't.
Does it have some sort of elevator type thing that drops when you least expect it?
Like what's an elevator? No. Other one speaks up and goes, no, there's a freaking ghost who lives there.
If we promise to take care of this ghost, will you get back to work and then let us look around?
Gorham goes, there's no ghost. These guys are making up because they don't want to work.
Would you like to accompany us then to prove that there is no ghost?
I'm
just staring directly in his eyes, and I am not blinking at all.
He goes, well, it's not my job. It's their job.
Oh, okay. What is your job?
I'm their boss. They do as I say, and I say, go back to the tower, get back to work. They're like,
what
no,
say
no,
you
no,
three?
no.
Ah,
well, it seems that your union is on strike. Turn to my compatriots. Sounds like they need some scabs to go ahead and exterminate their ghost problem. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to seeing what these ghosts look like.
Oh, well, yes, we could take care of that. That does sound like fun.
Planning on sleeping here too?
Maybe.
Yeah, one of the guys goes, it's like, well, I personally never seen the ghost.
Why not? They're invisible.
Other one goes, of course they're visible, you just have to look at them in the right angle.
Or with the right set of eyes.
Probably opposite where the light source is.
Wild long hair. His eyes were burning red. Sounds like a ghost to me.
Yes, that
all my stuff's going missing tools, sudden chills. That's ghost material.
Well, tell you what, we'll find your missing tools as well if we find the ghost. I'm sure ghost has lots of uses for taking tools used for building things.
I mean, we'll try to find them.
Urim goes, well, if you're going up there, go and check on that wizard Galio. I was on my way there myself, but given the circumstances, I don't think I'm needed there anymore, so I am asking you to go for me.
What say the rest of you? Shall we?
I mean, we're heading up there anyways.
Perhaps we make one quick stop before we actually head up there.
Oh, where you want to go?
I'd like to, and I do this out of earshot of the four the three workers of the sergeant. Let's head over to the Lathander Shrine and see if they've got some holy water.
Yes, that's a very good, smart idea. Which I thought of.
If there is some sort of evil spirits, ghost of whatnot, perhaps that would be helpful. And Joey, I will leave that up to you if they have some sort of holy water that I can purchase.
I think there's a spell that makes holy water.
Holy water is a adventuring gear item. It's one of those weird things. It's like alchemist fire and poison, basic poison that nobody ever gets, but you can get.
And there is
actually. Yeah, go ahead.
There is a way to make it, but you have to have a cleric involved.
Yeah.
And we are
cleric or paladin can create holy water by.
Paladin can. I didn't think paladin could. I thought it was just cleric.
Otherwise, it's just a holy water bomb, a holy water cocktail.
Yeah, I think it's ceremony that makes it.
It says all you need is 1 hour, 25 gold of powdered silver, and expend a first level spell slot.
Yeah. Ceremony has bless water.
Yes.
Which turns water to holy.
So you're saying
don't have that though.
25 gold pieces, 25 gold worth of materials, you get holy water?
For a cleric or paladin, but it is an adventuring gear that I can purchase a flask of holy water for 25 gold pieces. I will leave that up to you if I can find that at the town square or the Lathander Shrine. I would assume that I could
make a donation to Lathander. Marigold
yeah.
may provide you with that.
I will go ahead and do that if I may. Making sure that I still have enough for my.
Can you link maybe it's in this holy water?
Yeah, it's holy water flask.
Okay, 2d6 radiant damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will buy one.
So donate 25 gold to the shrine, and Marigold happily provides you with a flask full of holy water.
And it's nice that they have like the Lilion sort of like travel logo on the flask as like
they all have
little
the
things
Lilion,
you get from the gift shop. Yeah,
see.
Visit Lilion.
It's like when people look for your mugs, but in this case it's a holy water flask.
Yeah.
Then you run back to the hill where the people are still arguing. But have holy water.
Oh, I should have bought some acid too, and then just told the one guy to drink it to see if he was pure. No, I'm not that mean. It's out of character.
The acid would to make something into a ghost if it wasn't already.
Now, gentle folk, we are ready to scale the tower.
Indeed.
Well, just stay away from the 3rd floor. That's where I saw the ghost.
Well, we're going to look for the ghost, so we're going to go directly to the 3rd floor.
I don't know why you would want to go to the 3rd floor.
Because there's a ghost there.
What exactly was the ghost doing?
I assume it's building something because it stole your tools.
Wandering around, I don't know. Didn't wait long enough to find out.
Well, then why were you scared of it if it's just walking around?
It's a freaking ghost!
Well, so what?
So
You're going to be a ghost one day. Everybody's going to be a ghost one day, that means.
Now I'm going to leave
run
this
away
life
from you
fulfilled. No one answered business for me.
Sure thing, Casper. Just start continuing up the aggro crag.
Is that what's called aggro crag?
I got it from
He's making it
Guts. Yeah, Global Guts.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this crag doesn't seem particularly angry, even though it is overgrown. As you approach the top, you see a tall, muscular woman in chainmail, kind of standing by the entrance to the tower.
Is it the sort of leader that we met yesterday, or is it someone new?
The leader was Yoram. He was on the on the trail.
I mean, was it Griselda?
Oh, no. This is like a human woman.
Okay. Hail and well met. We are here to exercise the building.
As you approach, as you get closer, though, she seems to just vanish.
Okay. I would like to do some sort of insights, arcana, religion check to see what the hell that was. I assume by vanish, you mean she didn't back into the room that she was standing in front of. She literally just dissipated into nothingness.
No, it's like you notice her from far away, but as you got closer, you notice that the figure is no longer there.
Okay, so I probably think she goes inside then.
Okay.
I was practicing what I was going to say to her. She's like, hail and well met. May we go on in? And I look up. Oh, great, she's not there anymore. So, I guess we head on in.
Moment, set up characters.
Put on a hard hat.
Get your proton blasters.
Get out the proton
packs.
Proton packs and traps.
I don't know why I did this when you were all talking.
Man, this door is stuck. Anybody want to help me get this door open?
Yeah.
I wonder what it looks like inside.
I thorned at the door to pull it open.
It's not budging.
You want me to see if I can get it open?
Maybe it's not a pull. Maybe it's not a pull door. Maybe it's a push door.
I push on the door.
You gotta fight my thorn whip.
Guys, now we're just making everything worse.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I cast mending to fix the door where I broke it with my thorns.
Okay. There. I will just use thaumaturgy to open up the doors.
Only if it's unlocked.
Well, we'll see if it's unlocked. Maybe it'll open a nearby window.
Oh, you closed my door and opened the window. Wow. Okay, I guess it was unlocked.
Oh, hey, it's a 25 by 25 foot black white square.
He did say it was creepy in here, and that's kind of unsettling. So
a white void. There we are.
The tower rests on a rocky plateau. The grand Horsio, don't know what that is, once viewed the building to the west, but it fell long ago, and only a few broken arches of masonry remain. The eastern side of the huge tower is undergoing repair. From here, you can climb a ladder that ascends to the scaffolding. That's what this little thing is right here.
That's the scaffolding? Well,
yeah.
It said go to the third floor. Does the scaffolding look like it goes right up to the third floor?
Looks like it heads all the way up.
Do you think that scaffolding's gonna hold my weight?
Fair point. Let's look for a way inside. Oh, try the doorknob, Lemon. That's what we were forgetting.
It doesn't look like there is a door. It's just open.
Oh, that's convenient. What were we doing? No, these weird ghosts pretending to put doors on there.
Who knows? I'll walk in the tower.
Alright. What's the lighting situation? I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's daytime in Windows, so there's this daylight coming in here.
Yeah, and if I remember the picture, it's missing, a wall.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you look to the side, if you look to the right side of the map, you can see an illustration of what it kind of looks like. This is an entry hall. There's puddles everywhere on the ground. It must have rained recently since there's open walls. Kind of made the mess of the place.
Yeah, wasn't part of that ritual a bunch of rain?
There's like bird's nest in the raffle in the what's it?
In the raffle.
Rafters.
Yeah.
Rafters.
Yeah. Sorry, these things don't give a for the player's description, so I'm trying to leave out the parts that are.
No, I totally understand.
Yeah. There's a large banquet table with bearing 8 soldiers' backpacks.
I suspect those aren't our. I suspect those belong to the people outside.
Most likely. Well, they look like soldier backpacks and not mason tools.
We're not here to loot the place either.
There's a stairway that Zorsashi sees that leads upwards.
Keep your eyes open for anything magical that may have been missed by the centuries of folks looting this place.
The door in front of you, there's a small plaque on the door that says Galio Elisbro.
I knock on the door.
Guys, I hear the ghost knocking.
You don't hear an answer.
I don't think he's in.
Does the door open?
I try to open the door.
If you heard the background music, there's a door opening sound.
I did. It was awesome. I thought you did that, and I was like, oh, he's putting sound effects in now.
Yeah, I can do that, definitely. So this seems to be a study. The walls are lined with bookshelves. Dozens of musty scrolls and journals taken from the library upstairs seem to be placed here. But you see a middle-aged man with long black hair, like with his face down on the desk that he's sitting at.
Hello, sir. Are you? Hello?
You just hear a loud snore come from him.
I kind of walk up to him and kind of just give him just a small, just like like you're just kind of waking somebody up, shake.
He wakes up with a startled scream, and the papers on his desk just kind of go flying in every direction.
Oh! I kind of step back and go, "Whoa, are you okay, sir? I was just."
Well, who's there? Who's oh, I have guests.
Oh.
He just yawns. What time is it?
It is. It's still daylight.
From midday.
It's about midday, somewhere around there. Hello.
He just goes, I slept in again. Just so tired lately. Who are you?
Oh,
pick up the creepers.
I am Murook. I'm part of a group of adventurers that were sent in to check up on the tower, because apparently they say there's a ghost at the top of it.
Oh, you're talking about the soldiers and workers that ran out last night.
Oh, yeah.
I searched the tower, I didn't see any ghosts. But he reaches out a hand.
Oh.
He goes, name's Galio. wizard in charge of restoration here. He reaches out his hand.
Murook, is that the Galileo fellow? I thought we were told to tell him something.
Oh, crap. What were we supposed to? Hold on a second. Zorsashi, what were we supposed to tell him?
I think really hard into that inner voice in my brain. That's a cue to you, Joey.
I don't think you're supposed to ask him anything.
I thought you said, when we were coming in, you said, go tell that Galileo fellow something.
The sergeant said he was just going to check up on the status of the...
Oh, okay. Well, are you all right, sir?
He puts his hand back down. He goes, okay. Well, apparently for me sleeping in till God knows when.
We keep it.
Things were fine until the little strike, I suppose, last night.
Well,
I mean, we have the repairs just started. Just not a few days ago. You can tell by all the scaffolding, we have a ways to go.
Mr. Galileo, why does everybody think there's a ghost here?
Probably just because of the history of the tower.
Oh, would you care to enlighten us?
Old building like this, the ghosts are more like aging wood, making creaks and cracks.
Building's just settling.
Well, for so many hundreds of years.
I know, I was agreeing with you. Well, someone keeps, at least one of the folks out there seems to think that a ghost is not only walking around who has, I believe he said, red hair, but also is apparently stealing his tools, so I assume the ghost is trying to build something.
You mentioned that, last night my favorite quill went missing. Must have misplaced it, though.
Well, what's it? I mean, right. What's a ghost going to do with a quill? What are they going to write? Hello, I'm a ghost.
Oh, they can write ghost stories?
Ghost writer, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Picks up some more of his papers. And, he looks down at them. Curse these smudges. You see, the paper he's picking up has little purple smears on it. And he kind of examines his hand, and it's covered with purple ink. This knocked over my veil of ink while I was sleeping.
Is the purple ink uncommon for something like this, or is it just, it's just a natural color? You're just describing it as purple. I assume if it was something out of the ordinary, it would let you know it was out of the ordinary.
It is purple. How odd. Well, you're free to search the tower.
I'd like to make a quick scan of his room for alcohol.
Alcohol?
Has he been drinking?
Give me an investigation.
I kind of want to get a feel of this guy. I'm getting some weird vibes off of him.
Oh, I see. You're searching the room for spirits.
Oh, that's good.
We like to have fun.
I wish Mark was that clever. You find no alcohol.
Should I kind of roll insight on this? I'm getting a weird vibe from him.
Well, he did just kind of wake up.
Yeah, he's very tired. He looks a little disoriented. Like, you mean like he just woke up and doesn't have his bearings quite yet.
I'm sorry to have bothered you, sir.
And you can tell because he has like dark rings under his eyes, like he hasn't getting any sleep.
Do you need... Hey, Zorsashi, do you still have some of that tea?
I can take out something. I mean, I already have a little less. It's been a while, so it's not fresh, but it is tea, if nothing else.
Oh, tea sounds lovely.
Well, give me one moment. I'll warm it up for you, and I use thaumaturgy to just cause flames. No, that doesn't actually give me enough heat. It just makes flames flicker bright or dim. Like a what?
Like I said, I've searched the tower. Didn't find any ghosts. I don't not believe them.
What's on the third floor?
We're terribly behind schedule.
What's on the third floor, Mr. Galileo?
Galileo.
I know what I said.
Your third floor. Second. Oh, that's living quarters.
I didn't find any open orders for ammo. If you're waiting for a delayed package, you can take a step.
Thanks, Alexa.
Hey Alexa, order a large tub of butter. Confirm order.
That's where the owner of previous presidents of this tower were their living quarters.
That's where the one person outside said they saw the ghost walking around.
Red-haired ghost.
Well, they obviously can't be in the living quarters. That's
the area of the tower with the most damage. It's close to the where the planar beacon used to be.
Oh, there was a planar beacon here?
Planar beacon? Yeah, me and Murook are just like side-eyeing each other now.
Oh, you don't know the history of the tower?
No.
They said there was a mage that lived here, and there was an explosion. But that's about all we know.
Well, I'm more than happy to tell you the history if you're interested.
Tell us about.
Yeah, sounds good.
Tell us about the planar.
No. I think that's part of the history. I think we're about to get. I think we're about to have some story time.
I'm brewing my more tea.
Well, the planar beacon was the life's work of the Archmage Thalivar, which the tower is named. He was obsessed with looking beyond.
That's always a dangerous practice.
Oh, it was extremely dangerous because whatever he found, he tended to lock up.
Well, that's creepy because the locks don't work in this place anymore.
I'm guessing he found something
filled with abominations from beyond our realm. He would keep locked up in cells on the higher floor and study them.
Oh, that never ends well.
And then the spell plague happened. And I don't know how familiar you are with ancient history.
I think someone mentioned that it was a time when magic just kind of went bleh.
Some people say the goddess of magic was killed by other
Oh.
gods.
Oh, that's.
And
Oh.
it
Oh.
sent ripples across multiple dimensions, especially our own. Magic was just on the fritz for generations, hundreds of years ago. It was
But
during
it's fine
this
now.
chaos. Oh yes, it's been recovered for several hundred years. We're
Yep.
talking 500, 600, 800 years ago this happened.
I'm guessing when that happened, all the protections that he had against these abominations went with the magic, and bad things occurred.
Precisely.
Please note that I'm saying bad things in capital letters.
All caps. They ran rampant throughout the town, and the swords of Leon laid down their lives to try to contain them. But ultimately, it didn't amount to much, because of the spell plague, the planar beacon exploded, decimated the town, killed everyone.
Oh, ooh, yeah, that sounds like it would end badly for everyone.
It's remained that way for hundreds of years until right now when we're trying to rebuild, and Lord Nevermember doesn't want anything like that to be repeated, so he wants this main shower to be rebuilt as a barrack for the soldiers.
Mr. Gallio, you said you had looked for these ghosts. Do you have any sort of means of actually looking for incorporeal, ethereal, or anything that is not merely just reflecting light?
As most magic users, I have my ways to detect such things.
Okay. Are you
I made
good
my
at
way
it?
to the third floor.
Not to insult your abilities, however, I'm just trying to be thorough, and as we did offer to check everything.
I went
Are
to
you
the
sure
third
there?
floor,
Okay.
searched around, then I just felt tired, as I have lately, overworking, I'm guessing, and made my way back down here, and then Mr. Murook here woke me up. You're more than welcome to search the tower yourself.
Thank you. I think we shall.
I think that's a great idea.
Don't know what you'll see here during the day. Whenever my
I can
workers
see blood
complained of strange occurrences that usually happen at night.
I actually see better during the day because the sun's out.
Well, I think most of us, yes.
Joey, just out of character real quick, you'll see that I posted my fighting initiative thing. My blind sight that I have out to 10 feet can see anything that is not behind total cover, whether it's in magical darkness or even invisible, within 10-foot radius.
You just see invisible things?
Pretty much.
It's
At 10
unfair.
feet, within
Get
10
that.
feet. Within 10 feet.
Get that. 10 feet,
Yeah.
Is that part of
That's
your...
one of the Tasha's fighting style things, and I took the fighting initiate feat, so I get one of those. Because I like seeing everything.
Oh, so you took a feat that gives you a warrior fighting style.
Yeah, basically.
Interesting. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I don't want to cheese it or anything like that, but I figure, if we're looking for ghosts.
All right. Well, I guess who's going in front?
Well, we should check out the back area before we go upstairs. Looks like there's a hallway.
feel free. I don't see why not, but alright.
I go to the back hallway and stop here at this doorway.
Could you go? I would say go further. 'Cause I don't think I can go around you. But,
I want to know what's in the doorway.
okay, well,
Don't be so literal with the grid. You can walk around.
I'm gonna walk around you.
A 5-foot cube is
You
a
stepped
very
on my
large
toe.
thing, even for an
Yeah.
elephant.
You stepped on my toes.
Well, that's the risk you take.
Which one of you are looking where?
He's looking down. I'm looking up.
And I'm looking actually up. Is there anything on the ceiling?
That's true. None of us have checked the ceiling since we walked in. Blobs and stuff.
Just rafters full of bird nests.
Ew, that means bird poop too.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Zyzzyx. So this seems to be. Used to be a small servant's quarters.
Okay. Where did the big servant sleep?
What did I say? I didn't say little servant's quarters.
Well, you said it's a small servant's quarter.
Okay, well it's not that big.
Well, but the servants were small. That's the joke. The quarters for small servants.
Yeah, most of the walls and its ceilings remain caved in, but you do see corners of a bed.
Interesting. Okay. So, like, intact?
The bed? Well, it's
Yeah.
underneath a bunch of rubble. But,
Oh. Does it look like there might be someone under it? Under the rubble?
you can't tell.
Dang. I move through the room and look into this next room.
Just seems to be a small storage area.
Anything of note?
Nope, it doesn't even list anything on the description.
Okay. There's nothing in here.
You can put anything in there you want, Joey.
Alright, I'm gonna go check out what's up in this room.
You see some empty jars. How about that?
Ah! Lovely, empty jars.
What are they filled with?
How original.
It is a jar room. I get this weird sudden urge to break these jars, but I resist.
So this
Yes,
is
there might be rupees inside.
this is the remains of the kitchen. There's a hearth and chimney on the east side.
Well, I don't think there's much of anything in here, so I guess we can go on up.
It looks a little cleaner than the rest of the tower. Perhaps they were preparing to make use of it, but it doesn't look like they've been doing much in here.
I'll have to come back later and see if they fix us up some grub. Anyways, I guess it's time to go up a floor.
All right.
look up, you can see the second floor.
This must be the second floor, and I instinctively keep going, as I am interested in the third floor.
I guess I'd follow him up. Let's not. I don't want to send him up there alone.
But there might be stuff up. We'll come back to it. We got to come back down this way, anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
So on the second and third floor, you can see, you know, the hole in the side of the building where the scaffolding is, like, very, very plainly. This is place is, like Galio said, was the most damaged. There's rubble on the floor, and it looks like some areas the guards have been cleaning up. Because you see like abandoned picks and shovels where the rubble are.
Well, I will just take points. I don't know why Murook's trying to get around me when it was like, "You go first."
Okay, I'm gonna just. I guess I'll go kind of look around here, kind of go up to the edge here and just kind of...
Yeah, so that rubble, like, reaches up to the ceiling, blocking whatever's there.
Yeah.
Guess we have to walk around the outside of the scaffolding. Unless... Isn't there a lizard that's been following us this whole time that you can control, Mr. Zyzzyx?
That's true. That's true.
I actually don't think I've ever met him. So, no, I probably met him in the bar. I can handle him.
I think I've...
You just left him there.
He was on Little Man.
Oh.
Doesn't he cost me now, Joey, to have to bring him back? Was it 100 gold a pop or something?
I think it's more like 10. It says it on the spell.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure we can front you 10 gold.
No, I have 10 gold.
Well, while he figures that out, I'm gonna use another pip of my magic awareness and just gonna feel like if there's anything here.
It detects magic items, or does it detect? Feels like there's potentially a ghost around.
It opens my awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. You know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet. When you sense a spell, you learn what school of magic it belongs to.
You do detect a magic spell.
And what school was it?
It doesn't... Wherever it is, it doesn't say what type it is, and I don't want to tell you what it is because it might give it away.
If it's a specific spell, you can look up the spell and it will actually say it in the spell's description. Or in the little stats.
You do detect some sort of spell on this floor, past the rubble. I can't tell you what school it is because I just can't think about what it would be.
The static's back, Cal.
Say that again?
The static was back.
Well, now it's gone.
That is so weird. I don't know. Maybe my I mean, my headset wire has been
auto. We think it's auto adjusting to the silence when you're not saying anything, because it comes when you're not saying anything for a while. It's just trying to auto adjust because it thinks it can hear you.
It's the abjuration. Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's spelled. It's not working.
It's an abracadabra spell.
Abjuration. So there's some sort of protective spell up here. Hey, Zorsashi, move over here and see if you see anything.
Yes. I will peek around the corner. And I will get rid of my macro because I forgot that I have to convert the commas to HTML. Otherwise,
as you're
deleting things. Go ahead.
Observing the rubble, Murook. If you see a few of the pebbles shift.
Can I see south as I get around the corner?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just trying to read ahead a little bit.
Right, I don't mean to rush you, because stuff.
I just saw some of that rebel move. I didn't know.
Right, so you can easily see outside.
There's holes everywhere. Ugh. I will safely make my way around this wide berth. How did they... It's blocked from this side, too. With that, I'm actually going to do something. I'm going to pop my ghostly gaze. I'm actually going to get around here. I'm going to pop my ghostly gaze, which lets me see through solid objects for 1 minute.
What's the radius? Or like how far?
I'm sorry, for 30 foot radius.
Warlocks have a lot of abilities that irritate GMs. Like this one in the invocation that allows them to read every language.
Oh, I love that.
I have that I have comprehend language as a spell.
Well, they just get it as an innate ability. They don't even have to cast anything. They can just read it.
You can see a small hallway.
I will look up and down as well and just sort of get a gaze. Is there like a hole in the ceiling or into the floor in that room? Another way to get in?
In the room.
In here, in the covered up place that we can't get into the hallway.
You see in the hallway a window on the far side.
That's it?
And then you see what appears to be a bedroom. In one of the connecting rooms.
Are there any other like exits and entrances? Be it windows, like holes in the floor, ceiling?
There's a door. There is not.
Is that window?
There's a window that leads to the hallway.
So that room is completely blocked off, basically, except for that there's no exterior windows either?
There's a window in the hallway at the far side to the south.
Is that leading outside the building, I mean, though?
How many windows are inside a building?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. There's a window in the hallway. Yeah, like, what more do you want me to say?
The window is on the border of the building itself. The window sees to the outside.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
there you go. Because I wasn't sure it was
The
just like
outside.
it's like a counter window where it's looking into the next room.
Oh,
but
no,
it's
it's a
not.
window leading to the outside.
Okay. And I will just relate that to my compatriots.
Yeah, there's not an interrogation room in there.
Yes. Hey Zizzy,
Mm-hmm.
are you able to change into something that can either squeeze through the pebbles or perhaps climb along the edge? There is a window to the south, just around that corner.
Gotcha. So, yes. So, first of all, back to the Find Familiar. It does take an hour to cast. So that's something I need to do and remember next time to prepare. So,
Yeah.
but that is a good point. I definitely can get. I can become something that can either try to squeeze through the rubble, or go around outside, or a little of both. I think that it is definitely possible. It's not in my list here, but that I have seen a regular tiny spider before. Do you think
I'm
that's?
sure you can just, yeah,
Oh,
you
you-
just turn into a critter
Okay.
if you want to use that as your wild shape.
Yeah.
You I mean, you did see a giant spider.
Well, that wouldn't be able to go through if I needed to squeeze through the rubble.
Yeah, guys, remind me to pick up spell scrolls and carry those around, because a Misty Step would be very nice right now without having to use up one of my 2 spells.
I said I don't have. Guess I could.
I
guess-
am.
I guess next level I could maybe take Misty Step. I don't know. Who knows?
No, I have Misty Step, it's just that having the scroll means I don't have to waste my 2 spell slots, so I would have been able to just teleport right in there.
All right. I have turned into a tiny little spider.
Oh god!
I'm gonna try to make that smaller. I don't think I can make it smaller.
Joey has to
A tiny little 20-foot spider.
If you think that's a tiny spider, I hate to see what you think a big one is.
I crawl onto Zorsashi, and then
No,
just to creep him out.
No. I hold my hand over the edge.
I mean, I dangle off a web,
Look,
and then
you
come
won't-
back.
You won't die from this height with that size of a body.
All right, so I want to try to crawl around the outside first.
You okay out there, Zorsashi?
See what I can see.
Zizzy's going into the room from as a spider.
I hope nothing
Oh.
steps
So,
on me. Will kill me.
You do see a broken window.
Ooh, I want to climb in through it.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's a haunted window.
Jeez, I rolled a 5, so my save is 11.
You start to, take one of your spidery legs and go through,
Mm-hmm.
but you just don't know why you would bother, and you decide not to.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. No point. Just some rubble.
Yeah.
So I come back out, and man, I don't have any way of talking while I'm a spider. So I crawl back onto him, and then I crawl off him just to give it one last.
What did you go into the? Where?
All right, pop off, and then
Ah.
hey, there's
I will-
nothing. There's no reason to go in there.
What do you mean? There's no reason. Did you go into the bedroom?
No, I went in. I tried to go in through. I was going to go in through the window, but I realized that there was just nothing there. There's no reason to go in. You know? Just not...
That sounds awfully suspicious. When have you ever not gone somewhere?
I do like going places. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But this just didn't seem like a place that needed to be gone.
May I roll an Arcana or Insight check to ascertain that this was not of his choosing?
Sure. Arcana.
That's pretty good. 22.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's been, like jinxed, you know, or
ensorcelled.
Can we hear what? Can I kind of see what's going on and what they're saying?
Yeah, as far as we can.
Hey, remember I said there was an abjuration spell nearby.
Oh no. Zyzzyx?
What?
Did you feel anything when you were going into the room?
Yeah, like I said, felt like there was no need to be going there.
I think you've been cursed.
Oh man, that doesn't sound good.
No. Look, let's just wait a minute. Maybe it'll stop affecting you after a minute.
Well.
Does it
So we
stop
should
affecting him?
so we should just leave, right? We should just go.
No, I mean no. Look, remember how when we came in here, you wanted to look in every room?
Well, yeah, I mean every room except that one, obviously.
Right. So what I'm trying to tell you is that something has cursed you. Yeah, something has cursed you to prevent you from going into that room on your own accord. Just keep that in mind. You won't be able to fight it. It's magical. But just keep it in mind. Whenever you want to not go into that room, then you probably want to go into that room.
Well, I don't know if we can get back in there anyways, even if it was worth going in. I mean, it have to be another spider?
Oh,
I've
got a bunch of rope.
I don't get those every day.
I would recommend us going back down and looking for a climber's kit of some sort from the merchants, as that would surefire prevent us from falling. There's definitely something in this room.
If we want to go in there, sure, I guess.
Let's see. I don't have rope, oddly enough. I do have. I've got 50 feet of rope and 10 feet of chain.
Yeah.
I mean, the scaffolding does have makeshift ladder leading up, but that's what the workers have been using.
Right, but it did look like there was another way into the third floor, into that room. That's the thing.
Oh, sure.
Even a wholesome thing. So, well, maybe we should just quickly look around the other rooms. Maybe there's some other way in. Shall we go up?
This is the top floor, right?
This is the top floor.
Yeah, we're at the top.
No, it's the third floor.
The stairway does go up more.
Oh, I thought the third floor was the top. My bad.
Let's go up a floor.
Look down and see.
Look down and see the
That
beggars.
picture is a little confusing because it's hard to tell if there's 4 floors or like 4.5 or something.
Yeah.
The size of each floor is different.
Yeah. Murook, I assumed you were going first.
Well, there's parts. Well, yeah, it does get narrower at the top.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
So, this is where the planar beacon used to be. It's almost like the top of the lighthouse. And whatever ceiling there used to be here is mostly opened up to the sky. You see a number of cages, all rusted and broken, along the side of the walls. It seems like some of them have been like forced open from the inside.
Is this little rounded area where? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And also, you see a bunch of rubble. It's not really apparent in the picture, but around where the planar beacon used to be, there's a lot of rubble.
Does this opening here lead? Are we able to traverse this down to the third floor?
I would say no. Well,
it's up to you. If like the rubble's supposed to be too high for us to go in, then that makes sense.
I know it looks like a hole, but this is like where the beacon used to be, and you just see like a ceiling.
Okay.
Slightly below it. It blew off like the top of the tower and all of it.
Oh, could we use the rope? Oh, is there just a window here?
Yeah, that's a large window.
Is it intact or is it broken?
Like almost everything else has been shattered. If you look at the side here, it actually has a picture of it. It's this big open window.
Could I tie the rope off and then have it so that someone could climb down and they'd be like right here at this window?
Can we use the rope for the crane?
This is the window that Zyzzyx tried to break into. Yeah, you definitely take some rope and try to shimmy your way down.
I think someone lighter than me should do that.
You don't necessarily see a good. You don't necessarily see any place to secure it.
I guess I could anchor it to myself and use myself as the anchor, and then someone
I will contest that, Joey, as there is a crane with a rope on it nearby, as well as what looks to be a pillar, which may be broken. But
Alright, well, I'm gonna go tie the rope off to the pillar. I'm gonna make sure it's tied nice and secure, and then I'm gonna take the line.
It is an ancient crumbling tower.
Actually, you know what?
Is the crane part of the tower, or is it part of the scaffolding?
Part of the scaffolding.
Okay,
That's
I
probably
untie.
stronger.
Yeah, I untie the rope from the pillar, and I go and tie it to the scaffolding.
Mission Impossible, and like swing across to it.
No, I
think they mean the base of it.
I'm tying the rope to the base of the crane, and then.
Joey, is it possible? Go ahead.
Well, it's on the other side of the wall. It's like.
Can I turn the? Can I turn the? No, I can't really turn the crane, can I?
Can we turn the crane, DM?
I don't believe so.
Okay. What we're asking is if we can tie a rope to there to then drop down the further, rest of the feet. Is that plausible, DM?
Sure. Yeah, that's. I honestly didn't notice this here first.
It's in the picture.
Well, yeah, but like.
That's funny.
So you're saying like the crane is like, yeah, but the crane's on the other side of the thing. Yeah, it'll be like it'll be like at an angle. But yeah, you could probably do that.
Alright, who's the most agile You know what, why am I even asking Zorsashi? Why don't you climb down the rope? You seem like the best one to get down there.
Alright, shall do.
I secure the end. I try to secure the rope around Zorsashi as best I can so he don't fall.
I may need you to push me over or pull the rope over to give me an angle that's properly on top of the window, but...
Are you good with knots? I
don't know.
lived a primitive lifestyle. We had to do a lot of rope tying.
Actually, yeah. Zyzzyx might be able to secure him better than I could.
Would knowing the proper knot be a survival check or a dexterity check? Because one of those I'm good at and one I'm not.
That's not.
Tying lots.
Maybe not tying, but knowing. I don't know. I'm trying to leverage my survival here. If we're being honest.
Tie it. Like a trap or something.
All right.
Oh yeah, you knock the hell out of this room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I triple check it because I know he doesn't like going into that other room. So
I don't. Well, it's not that I don't like to. There's just no need to.
Well, I'm gonna prove you wrong, and I start repelling.
What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, acrobatics.
I'd say, is there any way we could help him?
I don't need it. 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, so you're like Mission Impossible, descending this rope. And after not much trouble, you get to the broken window.
I'm just going to go ahead and attempt to shatter it.
Well, it's already broken.
I'm going to swing into it.
There's no need to do that.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
On plus 4. That was so close to a damn natural 20.
Is it since wouldn't knowing that it's there be give him an advantage?
It's magical.
So you're about to push your feet off, to swing into the window, and you forgot why you repelled down this rope in the first place.
Oh, dang it!
Love it.
Guys, what am I? Pull me back up.
I start pulling him back up.
Turn to Zyzzyx and I'm like, oh, I get it now. All right, I see.
Right?
Yeah, we're fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just
So this is weird because it's magically compelling me, but me as from doing it earlier kind of know that it's also there, so
yeah, once you got up, you're like, oh yeah, the window, I want to go through it.
Have I come to my senses yet? Like, do I realize that there's something going on there?
Not yet. It's probably been about 20 minutes. You still think that room's stupid.
Okay.
Do I think the room is stupid still? Or is it going to last me the same time?
Oh, you're intrigued the hell out of them to see what's in that room.
Can I rappel back down again?
Sure.
I'm gonna try again, guys. Rappel back down.
Why? Okay.
Once you get down there, again, like you're like, there's a reason why I did this, but I just don't remember.
I just tell him pull me back up.
I mean, we're done here, right? With this
Do I remember
room,
when I get out of sight of that?
You remember again, there's this really cool looking room.
God. Alright, there's one last thing I can try, and it may not be the smartest. I'm going to repel. Actually, I'm going to repel above the window and look into it.
Oh, you were able to look into the.
We're right, but I'm doing this now. I want to get to the point where I'm above it, and I'm not in front of it. I'm above it and looking into it.
It's just a hallway.
Yeah. Does that let me? Does that affect me?
As soon as you look into the window, you're affected.
Ah. Flying back up. Alright, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get in there.
Is there any?
I
Could I force him into the window? Like moving the rope in a way that it just swings him in?
You could try that.
Zorsashi,
I will be all for that. I am going to go ahead and make a running start and to get like a swinging momentum as it comes back down to try and just forcefully crash through the window. I will do that.
We're spending a lot of time trying to get in this thing that's stupid, anyways.
You just don't understand me.
I'm doing a quick strength check to make sure that the rope is secure.
Yes, you're basically trying to.
I'm going to use momentum to try and force myself to crash into the window.
Yeah, let's forget the logic of what you're doing because I'm too tired to figure it out. Just say you're trying that.
Yeah.
Let's give me another acrobatics.
Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be.
You know what you're trying to do.
And another 6. Just stopped right on the 4. Didn't even...
Yeah, you don't get quite the momentum as you want to, and it looks like you're about to kind of crash into the window, not break through it. But as soon as you get closer to the window, like you physically try to prevent yourself from entering it.
Yeah. Does anything else happen to me?
As you crash into the glass, you take 1 damage.
Ouchies.
I got a hold of the rope too now, just in case.
Ow! Pull him back up.
Now we pull him back up.
No.
I mean, yeah.
I should have teleported in there when I had the chance. Welp. I say we fade to black and then fade back in next game because it is like 11:45.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to figure this out later.
I like puzzles.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is good. This is good role play.
I have got to carry a whole bunch of like teleport or misty step spells because that is going to be squirrels because that is going to be really good and handy with that invisibility thing or see-through solid objects thing.
Misty Step tattoo.
Oh my gosh! Yes, I'm going to write that down.
There you go.
I'm going to write that down.
And as soon as
So yeah, you're just like dang window. It's so mysterious yet so mundane that who cares about it? But
I must know what's inside it.
as soon as I can get my wits back, maybe we can dispel it. But I don't have any reason to right now.
The shiny candy-like window.
yeah, the big red button on the other side.
Pretty sure the window was flipping me off when I jumped down there. I'm going to get that window.
Lemon could probably get to it pretty easy, but I don't really want him to.
Right. But I'm like, I saw something in there and I want it. But yeah, that's it for now.
But yeah, we'll come back to this tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next week.
That was great.
All for tomorrow.
That damn... Ah! It was so close to a 20. It rolled onto the 20 and then back to the freaking 2. So pissed.
Right, I'm just... Alright, well...
Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks, Joey.
Brice is so curious. By the way, I want to know.
Yeah, no, I'm like...
I think Murook and Lemon are just really confused as to how I'm acting this way.
Yeah,
I think-
like Zorsashi did see a bedroom in there, like a very very nice looking one.
If
Did I see
Murook were, if
Is there any
Murook
sort of
wa-
like desk or anything in there as well, or just the bed and like dresser and wardrobe?
What was that, Mingus?
You're able to see, so I can tell you. Bed and a writing desk with a journal.
Okay, so
Wow.
journal. Well, that's
Journal.
something I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Murook wasn't, an almost 8 foot tall giant elephant man, he would try to climb down there, but I don't think the rope would quite be able to handle that.
Yeah.